Welcome to my yoga class today. We are going to be having a good time. 1 minute of guided meditation at the top of your mat. You can bring your hands to your heart center, or you can rest them on your knees. Tucking that chin slightly. Focusing on each inhale, each exhale. This is your time to focus on yourself. Let all of your distractions of the world, of your week, of your day, melt away. In your own time, make your way to your middle of your mat, planting your hands, planting your knees, stacking them over your hips. We're going to do some cat-cow. So inhale, gaze out. Exhale, down, curl your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze out. Exhale, drop your gaze, curl your spine. One more here. Inhale out. Exhale, curl your spine. From here, you can get prepared. Spin your left foot out. Your right one goes long. Rising up to gate pose. Inhaling, reach that left arm back. Stretching that side body. Exhale, come back through center. Spin your hands down to your top of your mat. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So spin that right leg out. Left leg goes long. Inhale to gate pose, arms out to a T. Drop that left arm as you lift your right arm high. Feel that stretch in your side body. Exhale, back through center. Plant your hands at the top of your mat. Spin back onto your knees. Tuck your toes, making your way to a downward facing dog, pedaling out those feet. Let's wake our body up today. All right, from here, you're going to inhale, bend your knees, jump to the top of your mat, rise up halfway. You can leave your body hanging to stretch out that lower back. Hands can come to your knees, your gaze can be out, waking up that spine. You can dangle, swing side to side. Inhale, come up to the top of the mat, reaching high. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, back up. Exhale to one side, grabbing the opposite wrist. Inhale back through center, grabbing the other wrist. Inhale through center, back bend. Exhale, plant your hands at the top of your mat. Dangling again. Inhaling halfway, gaze out. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back to your plank pose. Exhale through your chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Remembering to breathe, yogis. Ujjayi breath here, just through the nose. All right, let's repeat that pattern. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise halfway, gaze out. Exhale, back down. Inhale, rise, coming all the way to the top of your mat. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, finding that back bend. Exhale, fold, finding that forward fold. Inhale, rise, gaze out. Exhale, plant those hands, go to your plank, elbows close. It's a nice smooth movement here, finding your cobra or up dog. Back to downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet, take a couple of breaths here. Back at it. Inhale those knees. Exhale, plant your feet at the top of the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, dangle. Inhale, swinging your arms high, squatting to a chair pose. You're trying to not sit back too much. Here, inhale to your back bend. Exhale, fold, halfway, lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your plank. Flow through your chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Exhale that right foot to the top of the mat, finding a warrior one, keeping that back heel planted at a 45 degree. Exhale, open to the long side of your mat, finding a warrior two, arms to a T, keeping those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale that left arm back as you raise that right arm high, reaching for the back of the room. Your hand can come around your hip for an extra stretch. Exhale, come back to that warrior two, spinning to the top of your mat, stepping back to your plank, flowing through your chaturanga. Once you get back to your downward facing dog, we're going to inhale that left leg to the front of the mat. Same movements on that side. Warrior one, squaring your hips. Exhale, opening your hips, arms to a T. And then here, you're going to inhale your left arm high in just a moment as you bring that right arm behind you, reaching, stretching that side body. Back through warrior two to a funky warrior leg, flowing through your chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. Again, I always stretch my feet out every downward facing dog. You don't have to, but that's what I do. All right, inhale your knees. Exhale to the top of your mat. Inhale, rising halfway or dangling still. I connect my toes to my hands here. Get a little spine stretch too. Inhaling through center. Hands heart center. Inhale back to that chair pose. Slight bend in your legs as you sit back. Arms go long. Inhale to that back bend. Exhale, flow through to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to the plank pose. Inhale through your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping that right leg to the top of your mat, back to warrior one. We've been here before. Remembering to keep the back heel planted. Exhale to the long side of the mat, warrior two. Gazes to the front middle finger, trying to pull those arms away from each other, like they're magnets. Inhale here to your reverse warrior, dropping that left arm back. One more inhale here. Exhale to the side of your mat, back to warrior two. Spin those hands down, plant at the top of your mat, step back to your plank, flowing through chaturanga. Inhale to that back bend, exhale downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg forward, rising to a warrior one. Exhale to the long side, warrior two. Still reaching away from your shoulders, away from your arms, pulling in opposite directions. Yoga is all about yin and yang. Inhale, reverse warrior. When something goes up, the other thing goes down. When something goes out, the other thing goes in. When you inhale, you exhale. Back to your warrior two, spinning those hands down, top of your mat. Plank pose, chaturanga, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, bend those knees, fold into a child's pose. Take a moment of rest here, a moment of grounding. Alright, moment's over. Making your way back to downward facing dog. Inhaling those knees, exhaling them to the top of the mat. Hanging in forward fold here. Halfway lift. Back down. Inhale all the way up, hands above the head. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale back to that chair pose again. Feeling it in those thighs. Inhale that right arm back, exhale through center. Inhale the left arm back, gaze to follow. Back through center. Arms go behind you, pull your shoulder blades together, leaning forward, slight bend in the knees, then you straighten out. Still pulling your shoulder blades together as you pull your hands away from them. Inhale back through center, finding your back bend. Exhale, fold. Good movement, guys. I know that one was a little bit much on the spine. All right, finding your plank again, flowing through your chaturanga. We're going to meet in downward facing dog, and this time, when we get here, our right leg's going to step through. We're going to find a high lunge, heel lifted here, squaring those hips, top of the mat. Breathe. Arms will pull away from the ears. Exhale to warrior two, reaching in opposite directions. Straighten that front leg as you hinge at the hip, folding into a triangle pose. Back your wrist will touch your shin here. Left arm's gonna be high, gaze to follow. Inhale back through center, finding a reverse triangle, pulling that right wrist away from you. Folding into a prayer twisted lunge as the hands come together. I get into a bind here. You're welcome to stay in this version of the pose if it suits you best. But if you want the bind, hand will go under the thigh, finding the hand behind it. Inhale back through center. Star pose. Bring those arms up and out. Exhale, fold over into a wide leg forward fold. You can bring your hands to your toes. You can bring your hands in front of you. Just releasing your spine. Feeling it in your IT band. You can put your hands above your head for a shoulder blade stretch. In your due time, cartwheel to the top of the mat, flowing through your plank. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, top of the mat, high lunge. Getting deep into that lunge. If it's too close, step your leg out even farther. Exhale to the long side of your mat, warrior two. As soon as I straighten my leg, I'm going to hinge at the hip. That left arm's going to come down. Hand to the inner shin. Gaze following the right arm as I reach away from my body. Stacking my arms like a straight line. Inhale, come back to center. Pulling into that reverse triangle. Exhale back to that prayer twisted lunge. Hands are going to be together, pushing into each other. If you need more, you can wrap your hand around your body, finding the other hand, connecting. Don't try to find the bind before you have a good solid foundation in your feet. Don't let that back leg drop. Inhale back to star pose, reaching long. Exhale to your wide leg forward fold. Hands come to the floor, hands come to your toes, whatever you like. If you can get your forehead to the ground, that is the goal here. I like to stretch my shoulder blades in most poses that I do. I get really tight under them. Finding your way back under yourself, reaching up high, cartwheeling your hands at the top of the mat, finding a plank pose, flowing through your chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Here we go. Take a moment here. Inhale. Again, breathing exclusively through your nose. Bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Rise up halfway. Exhale back down. Dangle, dangle. Inhale, coming through center. Hands above the head. Exhale the hands. Samastitahi. Follow my movements, coming back through our forward fold. Inhaling that right arm up, gaze to follow. Back down. Inhale the left arm high, gaze to follow. Back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back to a plank pose. Inhale to your back bend. I twist my body again to get into my lower back. We're moving fast here, back to that high lunge. Inhaling your arms high, pulling away from your shoulders. Exhaling deeper into that lunge for each exhale. Open to the side body. Warrior two. Getting some nice hip mobility here. Feeling it in your glutes. This time we're going to be a side angle, so we're reaching out with our left arm as our right arm is resting on our thigh or right in front of it for a deeper stretch. hovering or a bind behind us. We can touch our hands together again, pulling our shoulder blades together. A lot of options here. Inhaling to reverse warrior, keeping the front leg bent. Back through our triangle, but this time we're going to plant the other hand for a revolved triangle. So we're left hand, right leg, right arm high. You can come onto your fingertips and use a block here if it's too intense on your bottom hand. But don't bend your knee. Exhale, plant those hands. Step your back foot in a bit, rising to a pyramid. Hands will come behind your head. You can bring your elbows together or keep them connected like mine. Options here. Try to keep your back straight. I'm not doing it entirely correct in the video, but ideally you want to keep your back straight and reach for that thigh with your forehead. Inhale back through center. Come to a star pose. And this time we're going to squat into goddess. Hands can be out in a mudra, or you can come bring them heart center, whatever suits your fancy. Keeping your toes angled directly into the corners of your yoga mat for a deeper ankle mobility stretch. I'm getting in really deep into this goddess squat. Inhale back through center. Exhaling into the right leg, trying to find a nice Skandasana pose. Your hands can be at heart center here or wrapped around, reaching for each other for a deep pose. I fell down a little bit there. Your left ankle should be pushing down into the mat. Oh, we are done already. Really fast Skandasana. Plank. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to our downward facing dog. Inhale through your warrior. Nope, we're high lunge now. Reaching those arms above the head. Getting deep into that high lunge. Exhaling to the long side of your mat to warrior 2. Exhaling to that side angle. Reaching that arm above your head or behind you for a bind. Close your eyes for a balance pose in any yoga pose. A balance challenge. Reaching that left arm up, back through center to reverse warrior. Exhale back through center, spinning that right arm down as the left one goes high for a revolved triangle. Your back foot should be at an angle here. If it's too much on your ankles, you can bring them more forward or sideways, but ideally a 45 degree. Step that back foot in, hands become above your head, finding a pyramid pose again. Whatever you do here, keep your legs straight, keep your back straight. If you can't come down as far as I am, don't. It's better to stay up and keep a straight back than try to fold and try to touch your thigh. Inhale back through center, finding a star pose. Exhale, squat into that goddess. This time I will bring my hands heart center because I'm going to lift my heels off the mat. Looking like a little spider here. I'm challenging my balance. I'm challenging my calf strength, my thigh strength. You can bring those hands out to a mudra for an extra zen moment. Getting as low as you can. All right, now we're going to inhale back up and then exhale into our left leg, finding a Skandasana on this side. If either of your feet are not fully planted on the ground here, that is okay. Different people have different ankle mobility. I'm getting really deep into mine. Inhale back through center, carve with those hands. Step back to plank. Flow through your chaturanga. I keep saying chaturanga when I should be saying vinyasa. Chaturanga is just the movement from push-up. You can take a moment in child's pose, extended child's pose. Reset. When you're ready, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale to the top of your mat. Inhale through halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, you're going to reach for your toes. And in a moment, you're going to slide your hands under your feet, keeping your legs straight. If it's too intense, you can slightly bend your knees. You're going to try to keep your wrists under your feet as you inhale out for a little bit of a stretch. When you're done with that, inhale back through center. Exhale, Samasthi Sahi. Inhale back up. Exhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, folding. Getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Finding your way back to a halfway lift and then to plank pose. Flowing through your vinyasa and meeting in downward facing dog. Psych, I tricked ya. We're meeting in child's pose. Then from here, come to sit on your heels. Taking a moment of zen. We're going to get into a nice back opener. So, sitting up a bit, hands are going to come to the back of your thighs, or to your calves, or even to your heels if you have that range of motion. This is a almost complete camel pose. The full version would be with the toes tucked here, but you're welcome to take any version that suits you. You can stay in this pose, or if you want something a little different, you can fall back onto your back, keeping your legs tucked underneath you. This can be very intense, so if you can't get down all the way, do not worry. Once you're done with that, inhale back through center, coming to sit on your sit bones, scooting into the middle of your mat, extending your legs long in front of you. We're going to find a forward fold seated. So inhale your arms high, exhale, reaching long, releasing all of that tension in the back here. Should not be so much of a hamstring stretch, so if your knees are bent a little, that's fine. Mostly finding a release in your spine. Inhaling slowly back through center. Bring your right leg over your left knee. Bring your left arm over your right knee. Inhale your right arm high, planting behind you, finding a spinal twist. In the video, I'm again binding in this movement, but it's sufficient to just stay in the other previous version of this pose for almost the same effect. When you're done with that pose, you can find a bit of a counter stretch, undoing, and then bringing that left hand to the right foot, lifting off the mat a bit, exhaling back down, this time crossing that left leg over the right knee, right arm over the left knee, left arm going back, inhaling here and exhaling deeper. Each exhale should twist you slightly deeper into the pose. Again, you can find that bind if you want, but there's no pressure. Alright, when you release, find that counter stretch on the other side. Right hand, left foot, lift. Coming back to forward fold. Exhale to your back. Bringing those knees into your chest. We're going to find a happy baby. So hands can come to the outside of the feet or your big toe. Trying to draw those knees into the elbow or extending them out long for extended full happy baby. Yoga is about how you feel, what you need. Finding a reclined butterfly when you're done with that. My movements are just suggestions at the end of the day. We're going to find a spinal twist on our back, so bringing that right knee across the chest. That right hand is going to be at a 90-degree with your gaze looking to that side that you're not falling into. When you're done with that, bring that glute into the chest. Hands are going to wrap to the opposite knee, pulling your other foot so that your glute can get as much of a activation that you can't normally get without a little bit of pressure. You can apply as much pressure as you want here, it's up to you. When you're done with that, let's cross the other side, finding a spinal twist on the left side, gaze going the other direction. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the ground here. There is a version of the bind that I'm doing here where you'll cross your right hand under your twisted leg on the ground, but you totally don't have to do that. There is so many binds for every pose in yoga, but at the end of the day, it's just a way for people that have been practicing for a long time to get into a pose slightly deeper. Most people don't actually benefit from doing binds until you've been practicing for a while. Doing the same sort of glute movement on this other side, putting as much pressure on your glute as you want. When you're done with that, bring those feet down, folding them inward, finding some opposite hip stretching that we've done than the rest of the day here. It's a bit of a weird sensation if you don't ever stretch this version of the hip out, but you gotta keep your feet long to feel it, and they fold in. You can spend as long as you want there, but I'm going to come back to my reclined butterfly for a moment. And then once I'm done here, I'm going to extend my legs long to Shavasana. Shavasana is corpse pose. It is surrender pose. Your legs are going to go long. Your arms are going to come down by your side. Your shoulder blades are going to be tucked. Your head is going to be resting back. Your tongue is going to be resting on the roof of your mouth. Your breathing is going to slow back to normal. And you're just going to surrender into the mat, keeping your eyes closed the entire time. This is where you reset, you recenter, your mind can wander. This is your time. This is a moment of silence. It is totally normal to feel like a new person because we worked our bodies and you let go of stress. Falling to one side of the mat. You'll make your way back to seated. We're going to do one more community breath together. So bring your hands to heart center. Inhale them up high. Holding at the top. Exhale like a sigh. Thank you so much for coming to class. I hope you guys had a good experience. In light, in love, namaste.